Fortnite has appeared in The Simpsons, Family Guy, Marvel movies, tons of video games, and I tracked every single one of them down. The first appeared in an episode of Invincible, when suddenly he pulled a familiar item out of the portal. It's only there for a split second, but when looking back, we realized it was the Dragon's Breath sniper. We had no idea why this was suddenly here until the creators revealed what happened while he was in the portal. Yes, he actually went to Fortnite, and that is canon now. If only other R-rated collabs were in the game like Mortal Kombat. Instead, they have been secretly vocal about how they're better than Fortnite, releasing an ad that pokes fun at us.
Scorpion wins.
At the end, it even says in German, Battle Brutal instead of Battle Royale. Now that's just uncalled for. Fans of The Simpsons were invested in 2021 during an episode where Grandpa falls for a phone scammer. They spend a while trying to track him down until they finally get to the call center and the scammers mention something pretty familiar.
The IRS tax police are on their way to your home, but will accept immediate payment in Fortnite V-Bucks.
It turns out this makes no sense because 2 seasons before that, Bart was checking out a very similar game.
Jason, you're late for dinner!
Ma, I'm talking to 30 million people!
If the UI, gameplay, and graphics weren't obvious enough, the game is literally called a half month. You know, like 2 weeks of Fortnite, it's pretty on the nose. A super hidden reference is in the darkness of Destiny 2. The crossover with Fortnite was already mind-blowing, giving us tons of outfits, but what players don't know about is in the last city. When you head to the Elixir Quarter, there's a wreckage which seems all too familiar. But recently, one show has taken the internet by storm, and it's Smiling Friends. This show is known for the attention to detail in the animations, especially jokes in the background, and during one episode, Pim and Charlie walk into Shrimp's bedroom.
Smiling Friends. Are you the guy that called?
Clearly a gamer, and they truly went all out with this joke. You got Funko Pop shelves, garbage all over the floor, and of course, Fortnite action figures. You can spot Peely, Jonesy, and even the Ice King. And they're not the only animators to love Fortnite. The Henry Stickmin games task you with solving all kinds of puzzles with hilarious decisions, and one of those is to answer every problem with a dance-off. Except the dance in question is pretty famous. In the final game, one route lets you escape with a parachute, or, if you want, you could choose a Fortnite umbrella.
Yeah, I was just about to close up.
To make this even cooler, Fortnite would eventually collab with Henry Stickmin, dropping a secret emote with the Among Us set. Not the first time a hidden reference has gone both ways. The movie Free Guy is all about video games, with the main character being an NPC. Except by the end of the film, he's about to fight one of the strongest villains, Dude, and to help him, a guy summons an interesting weapon. Okay, a lightsaber's pretty cool, but it's not strong enough, so he changes to an item no one expects. Turns out Dude is used to getting hit by pickaxes because he arrived in Fortnite days after the film dropped. Now you're probably not surprised to find Family Guy in this video. I mean, they're known for joking about everything. Not to mention, Peter himself is in the game now. But there is one reference everyone forgot about, and it happens during a pretty serious moment.
Peter, Lois, it pains me above the waist to tell you that Meg is dead.
How did this happen?
She got in a car wreck and was burned beyond recognition, and I leveled up on Fortnite this weekend, but you probably only care about the first 2 things.
I wonder what level Joe is, but I guess Stewie got in on the action too.
I'm going to watch the older boys play Fortnite.
I also love Robot Chicken's attempt at trolling players. In one of their episodes, it seems like a regular Fortnite spoof, except the battle bus driver has been replaced with Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus.
I still know how to drive a flying bus, so here we go! The bus is out of control!
What's that, Eric?
If this wasn't already unhinged, the Fortnite characters get pretty tired of her, as Miss Frizzle gets an unexpected ending.
I'll shrink you down and show you like you've never...
Thank you!
Let's celebrate.
They also summed up the game in a hilariously accurate way.
You want a staircase? Ah, boom, Fortnite, do I get the job? House, land, COD, Fortnite! Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta! Boom to Fortnite!
That's just a poorly constructed tower with stairs that go nowhere.
Oh, sniped!
Not every reference makes you laugh, like when I tell you The Big Bang Theory once had an entire story arc dedicated to Fortnite, except it mostly consisted of Bernadette losing to Howard.
I'm coming for you.
You could try, but
Gotcha!
son of a
And luckily she does get better later in the episode.
I see you, and boom! Gotcha! Woo, what a rush! Boom!
A more impressive secret is one you've never heard of. When launching the next generation of Unreal Engine, Epic didn't jump straight into the new Chapter 4 graphics. Instead, they released a Matrix tech demo that had insane visuals, but of course, they couldn't do this and not reference their crown jewel. So, while exploring the city, you could find signs for places like Joe's Chug Jug. What's inside the Chug Jug, you might ask? No idea, your guess is as good as ours. Well, that's reassuring. Now I have to bring up a show called Super Pumped. The first season is all about the battle for Uber, except things get weird when the CEO of Uber starts playing Fortnite from Wish.com.
I didn't bring it up because I know you're dealing with a lot right now.
Don't worry about that. It's a public persona thing.
Kinda looks AI generated or something, but on the bright side, at least you could pause his version of Fortnite, somehow. And hey, South Park stayed true to the source material with some awesome references. In 2018, they dropped a Halloween episode, and all the kids picked a costume, showing up to class like this. There are countless Fortnite outfits here, and the animators went out of their way to recreate them all one by one. There was so much work that South Park themselves posted the production art on Twitter, giving us a full view of every skin in all their glory. And I can't ignore one of the most famous references in Fortnite history. Millions of people were taken by complete surprise when Hulk visited Thor, only to realize he wasn't doing so great.
Noob master.
It's even crazier because this film was set in 2023, the same year that Fortnite OG came back, so this timeline actually makes sense. Did you know 3 years ago we had a crossover between Eminem and Fortnite long before he actually came to the Icon series? With his song Tone Deaf, one line took the internet by storm.
Eating pork rind, sword fighting in pajamas, at the crib playing Fortnite with your grandma.
I guess now grandma can play Fortnite as him. You can also check out World of Warcraft, which is a secret reference hiding in plain sight. It's one of the last places I'd expect to find this, but it turns out there's an NPC called Renegade Looter. You can probably tell what this is a reference to, but to make it even more on the nose, her spells include cranking 90s, disco bombs, and slurp drinks. If there's a collab that never ends, it's Marvel. But if I asked you what the first ever reference was, you might think Avengers Endgame or the Thanos LTM, except the answer will surprise you. Before it appeared in any films, Fortnite was mentioned in a Marvel show named Runaways.
My dad said playing Fortnite till 4 a.m. was a waste of time.
Yeah, that was a little hard to watch, and you also won't remember Fortnite's appearance in Spider-Man. You're probably sitting there thinking, I don't remember Peter Parker logging into BR or something. Well, it's a tiny cameo that 1% of players noticed. Did you catch it? Pay close attention to the Times Square billboard because it is the iconic logo with V as the background. And if you remember Wreck-It Ralph's 2-second cameo, you'll know how confusing this was. I mean, he was at Risky like once, and Fortnite never acknowledged this again. Except it turns out those brief moments were an ongoing theme, as when Ralph Breaks the Internet released, Fortnite made a surprise appearance.
As usual, human suffering is #1, followed by hot pepper eating challenges, video game walkthroughs, screaming goats are back.
Yeah, insanely fast, but at least we found Ralph later in the film dancing in the barn.
Start with a hootenanny, shift it into a floss, and I'll finish with a hot mirage.
One of my favorite hidden references is in High on Life. During the Nipulon boss battle, he decides to make fun of Psycho Mantis from Metal Gear Solid. Back in the day, this guy would read your memory card and expose what games you play. It was super creepy. But I guess the modern day equivalent is Nipulon asking,
all right, let's see how many hours you logged in Fortnite or Minecraft. Do you play those games?
Speaking of goofy references, there's one move that Fortnite popularized, and it wasn't just the default dance. Thanks to the success of another iconic emote, it spread worldwide, even reaching Sonic.
A Sonic 1, a Big Tank 0.
And I bet you didn't realize that Fortnite was in Star Wars too. I know it seems random, except it's referenced in the first second of The Rise of Skywalker before the film even begins. As the opening credits scroll, this very first paragraph talks about a mysterious broadcast in the voice of Emperor Palpatine. Except fans never heard this. It wasn't in any Star Wars films or shows. It's actually from Fortnite.
At last, the work of generations is complete.
Those were the most hidden Fortnite references of all time. It's been Tommy, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.